What's up, guys? It's time for an action figure review, and the figure we're going to be looking at today is the Mass Effect Andromeda figure, the male version of Ryder, so Scott Ryder, and this figure is made by McFarlane Toys, and it's part of their Color Tops line. So, we're going to have a look here. It's a pretty awesome figure. See if we can get it to focus. I just got this figure today, and I really love it. It's my second color top. I've got quite a few McFarlane products, but this is the second color top I have. I've also got the Connor figure from Assassin's Creed 3. And I'm very pleased with this figure. It looks really good. We're going to get into some of the details here. To start off, comes with just a standard base that they're using for the color top figures. So it's got Mass Effect Andromeda there on the front, and then on the top it's got sort of it's got some texture, looks like some pebbles or whatever you want to call it, just typical terrain. Give it a little bit of detail there, so that's cool. And as for the figure himself, like I said, I'm really pleased with him. He stands about 7 inches tall, and as far as articulation goes, it's actually pretty good. If you collect a lot of figures or you've got some of McFarlane's stuff, then you might know that they've got a reputation for having really good sculpts, but having the articulation be sort of secondary and non-existent on some of their stuff. That's not really the case here. I'll show you some of the articulation in a moment, but let's just look at the detail first. Alrighty. So his head sculpt is pretty cool. When I went to the store to buy this today, they had maybe 4 or 5 of him, and all of the paint applications were slightly varied on each figure. One of the figures had kind of derpy eyes. One of them had an eyebrow that was sort of tilted, at the wrong angle, and the beard was a bit patchy on some of them. So I think this was the best one. But yeah, the paint apps on the head looked to be rather hit and miss. But the paint application on the rest of the suit is really clean. I didn't really see any problems with any of the figures that they had there. So I like him. I mean, he's nice to look at. He's got some pretty good detail. As far as accessories go, not counting the stand, he comes with this gun, as you can see, and then he comes with an alternate head, which is his helmet. So this is an alternate head. You don't stick it on top, you actually pop this head off and then put his helmet on. And I actually haven't done that yet, so I don't know how that's going to look. So we can find out together in a minute. Articulation, as I was saying, it's okay. As far as like action figures go, it's not good, but as far as McFarlane figures go, it's excellent. So the head can move side to side like that. Can't really go up and down. On the arms, I really like the arms on this because one of my big pet peeves that I've got with action figures that come with guns, I hate it when a figure comes with guns and they don't give us a sculpt that can accommodate for it. I really want to get McFarlane's Marcus Phoenix figure because I've got NECA's from years and years ago, and he just can't hold his gun. The McFarlane one looks like he can hold his gun, but see, like that, that's good. If I bring the camera back here, you can see a little bit. I'm just very pleased that he can actually hold his gun in both hands and make it look good. Because it doesn't seem like much to ask for, but a lot of figures, you can't get them to do that. Just that simple little task. So yeah, the arms can accommodate that. as far as the posing on the arms go, if I can get rid of this gun here, I'll show you the gun in a second, but the arms can go out a little bit, in and out. They can go up a bit. At the elbow, it can go down a little bit, but you can't get it actually straight. But as you saw, in order to hold the gun in both hands, I mean, that's some pretty good rotation there. So that's a nice surprise. You can turn the wrist like that. And then on this one, it's not actually identical. I mean, you can move the shoulder seems to be pretty much identical. But this arm, you can get it to come down a bit straighter. Still not completely straight, but straighter than the other one. And then the wrist is the same on that side. So on this, he's got no waist articulation, but he can move up here a bit, side to side, and I mean, it's quite stiff, but yeah, I mean, you could work it around a bit, so I like that. And then the legs can go back and forth a small bit. I mean, definitely the upper half of the body has better articulation than the bottom half, and the knees have pretty poor range of motion there. Both of them are pretty much the same. On the feet, I think on the ankles they're supposed to be able to move, but on mine, they feel like they're supposed to move, but there's something keeping them from. I don't know. Maybe the joint is just too tight. Maybe they're not supposed to move, but I feel like they are. But mine won't. So I could try and force it, but I don't want to break it. They're okay in the position that they're in, so I'll leave them there. I'll show you the gun, and then we'll switch the head out. This gun, you're going to have to forgive me. I don't know what type of gun this is. Looks like some sort of rifle from the game, but I don't know the exact model that this is. I don't really like the gun. It's fine, I guess, but there's no paint application. I mean, if they put some dry brush in there, it can make the details pop, but like, if I can get it to focus on the gun here, 1 second. You can see there are some details on the gun. I mean, it's not like a super bland mold, but the details are sort of lost because there's not anything to make them pop. You can see up here that tiny little red streak, and that's really the only paint app on the gun. Other than that, it's just a solid black. So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It looks good when he's holding it, but on its own, it's not like an amazing piece. Alright, so we're going to see how easily this head can pop off. Oh, really easily. That's good. Not too easily. I mean, it wasn't loose or anything, but easy to pop on and off. Okay, there we go. So there he is with his helmet on. Yeah, that looks good. I like that, but I don't think I'm gonna display him with that on. I think that it sort of makes him look a little bit, not bland, but I mean, with like a human head, he's just got a bit more character to him, I think. So, yeah, the helmet looks okay. You know, I don't really have a problem with it, but I like the face better. Mine's got this tiny little scuff on there, just right there. Not a big problem, but I don't like it. Alright, I'm just going to swap the other head out. It's a really good figure. I got him for about $20. Maybe 20, 22, 23, somewhere around there. I don't know. But he's pretty good. I would recommend him. I mean, I just got the game a couple days ago, actually, and I haven't played any of the other Mass Effect games, but this one looked good. Actually, I started playing the game because I saw this figure in the store, and I thought he looked really awesome. I sort of saw him next to the Gears of War figures, and I was like, oh, who's that? He looks kind of cool. So I went over, looked at him, and thought, yeah, man, he does look cool. Mass Effect. I've heard of those games. I haven't played them. So, yeah, I got Andromeda because I heard that was a good place to jump in. So I'm liking the game, and this is a good representation of the character. I kind of like that, where you can get him holding his helmet. Yeah. Definitely would recommend it, especially if you like McFarlane Toys, but you want something that gives you some options as far as posing goes. I think they've taken a big step in the right direction with this figure, and you really don't lose anything on the sculpt. I mean, they found a good way to compromise. He looks really good, but there's still a little bit of freedom in how you want to display him. So that's it. Definitely recommend, and I will definitely be getting more of these color tops because so far they've been excellent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.